All right, Microsoft. We're talking about Microsoft. Here's the thing with Microsoft right out the gate. I always have a low expectation for Microsoft's conference, so it wouldn't be hard to impress because every year it seems they come out with some of them as boring, like uninspired presentations. That's just my opinion. The games overall aren't what interests me. They don't show too many exclusives. They have these weird, exaggerated, like acting presentations kind of thing, like staged, um, scripted parts of games and whatnot is really weird. I've always seen, and all the Connect stuff and dogs and TVs and sports, all of that in the past, you know. So I'd say I was delightfully surprised this year. I thought they shoved a lot of good stuff in here. They have huge competition to live up to in comparison to the other conferences, but I think they did really well in comparison to the years past. They started out with Halo 5. I have no interest in whatsoever. It just seems like one of those shoe-in things. They have to have it like every Microsoft conference. You will not see one without Halo. They just throw it in there so they can say, "Hey, look at that exclusive we got." They talked about co-op, 24 players online, which is up from 16 last time. That was like called Warzone. So I guess that's neat. Recore, I believe this was the yeah, it was the really artistic one, where it was like it had an interesting art style to it. Oh yeah, it was Inafune, I think, was actually, it said from Inafune in the beginning, which took a lot of people by surprise, considering he's doing his own Kickstarter right now and everything. So there's that. It seemed neat. Not much I can really say about that. Neat. Xbox One backward compatibility. This is one that was really cool to me. You put a disc in there, it works on any system right now. You don't have to pay any extra. You don't have to get another system, and it downloads right from the disc. I mean, how much will it be able to hold? That's what worries me, but that's still pretty cool. Because it always was like, my thought process was, I have a 360. I have a bunch of games for it that I haven't played. A bunch of games I don't even have that I need to play. It's a huge library. I haven't even tackled a significant portion of it. So why would I get an Xbox One? I can't play it on there, and there's not really that many that interest me on there. But Xbox One, maybe if I got an Xbox One and then moved forward with it, while also being able to play 360, that would be a really cool feature for me, and that's why backwards compatibility is a good thing to add now, I think. And then they went into an Xbox Elite wireless controller, which is like a fully customizable controller, which is really unlike anything you've really seen. They had different like button swap outs. You could switch out the control sticks with different styles, and the D-pad and button arrangements. It was really complex and customizable. It would be really cool for the hardcore gamers, but not for me really. I can just stick with my standard controller. I mean, it looked sleek too. But yeah, that's about it. And then Fallout 4, of course, we talked about that. Not really a big deal Microsoft-wise. It's not an exclusive, so. And this is where the Fallout 4 mods I talked about in the last video. Where they said the mods that you're used to seeing on PC, you can use them all on Xbox One, which is really neat and probably a huge deal to a lot of people. So I think that's pretty cool, but again, not really tailored to me. EA Access, really stupid. Like just another way where you can see how EA is like kind of disconnected and so business-like. It's like the most business-like video game company out there. Like suit and tie, strictly business. We want the most profits and everything. They don't seem to care that much about their fans and all that. All these weird Origin and now this EA Access. I mean, it's neat, but it just shows it's another way for them to get profit. You pay $5 or so, and you get certain games early. If you're really desperate for the games that early, I just don't think it's worth it to get games like a few days or weeks earlier even, and pay extra for it. I don't think it's worth it. There's a lot of games out there you can be playing in the meantime. And then they have Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I guess that's neat. Forza 6, and they brought a whole car on the stage. This is like Microsoft, the epitome of Microsoft. It's like if they brought down the car with like Mountain Dew and Doritos, it would have been the perfect representation of Microsoft. It's like they try so hard to be something they're not, like trying to be edgy. Like, oh, in the past it was like celebrities, but celebrities and cars. Whoa, yeah, we're really big and we've got a reputation. Yeah. Dark Souls 3, Tom Clancy's The Division, Rainbow Six Siege. These are all games that would be neat to some people, but not to me. I just haven't had experience with the series or really that interested in them in general. Gigantic is another like Team Fortress kind of class-based team-based game. It was really colorful. It seemed pretty cool. I know it's been around for a little bit. And then they had an indie montage. They talked about a game called Ashen, which I don't remember too much about. Beyond Eyes. This is one I'm really interested in. It's an indie game where you play the role of a blind girl as she goes through a world, and you see how her world fills in as she imagines it based on her other senses, her hearing, her touch, her smell. You only see very limited portions of what she imagines the world to be based on that. It seems really, really cool. I'm really up for this. It just seems like a really unique. I'm usually not into the super artsy indie games, but this seems to have like a really cool concept just from that alone, and it looked really beautiful in the little gameplay they did show. And then another cool indie game, Cuphead, looks really amazing in my opinion. 1930s style cartoon mixed with the 16-bit classic kind of platforming, and it looks really precise platforming, really awesome animation. Like that's a great unique animation style and a really cool idea for a video game style too. I never would have thought of anything like that. That was really cool. Talked about this game called Ion, or they didn't talk about it really that much. They just showed this little teaser. Wasn't that big a deal to me. Then Rise of the Tomb Raider. Again, probably big deal to some people. It's kind of like a competitor to Uncharted almost, but I'm not sure exactly. I think it's a holiday exclusive to Xbox One, like until the holidays, or for the holiday season. I'm not sure if it's a full-on exclusive or not. That's what I was confused about. If it's not, then it's really not a big deal for them. It's just a neat game for other people. Rare Replay was a pretty cool thing to see. People knew Rare was going to be showing up to this conference, and they had something to show. It comes with 30 classic Rare games from Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and all the things like that. And it's $30, so it seems to be a really great value. Some of those, like Conker's Bad Fur Day, if you want to get a physical game, it would cost you well over that amount alone. Obviously, there's something different with physical compared to digital, or a collection, but it still seems really cool. It's basically like a collection. It's like this was when Rare was good, kind of thing. Like we don't have that many good ideas, so we're just gonna try to keep living off of our prime, the prime part of our company, time of our company. But then they did reveal another game, a completely original game, Sea of Thieves, which is like a pirates MMO. That's all we really see from it. We just saw that you can go onto ships and do some sort of combat, and then you can have other players on other ships. And you saw them wandering around, exploring. Seems pretty cool. Pirates. Not probably what people were expecting or wanting from Rare. But I think they were just trying to, like, any Banjo-Kazooie requests, we're just throwing Banjo-Kazooie in the Rare Replay thing, and that'll cover our Banjo-Kazooie needs. I also talked about Fable Legends. No interest whatsoever. I love Fable, but they keep just making like the one Kinect game and now this. We want a real Fable. Hopefully it's all leading up to something. It's going to be a Fable 4 next year. They'll reveal or something like that. Because I think it has potential to be really good. Also potential to be really bad though too. And then Xbox One controller will be included with every Oculus Rift at launch. That's a thing. Neat, but really, really weird pairing. And then they went into their big technology thing, the Microsoft HoloLens. Apparently this has been a thing for a while. I never actually saw too much about it. But they showed it with Minecraft, how you can have the glasses on and then a hologram of Minecraft will come up and there's interactable environments and whatnot. I'm a little skeptical on what exactly you can do, because he was just like looking and said like lightning strike, and it somehow knew the precise spot. There's no way, like, even if you can track the eye movement, how could you be exactly sure? Like maybe your eyes are going a little bit to where you actually want it to be. Like he wasn't pointing or anything. They were claiming you could just say it and look, and it would do it. Have a lightning strike where you needed to, or do something with the environment. It's really neat technology. I see it not being practical for Minecraft. I really think it's one of those things where you play with it one time just for the novelty of it, and then you don't go back to it again. Just because it doesn't seem all that useful as a gameplay feature, more of a really high tech gimmick almost. Unfortunately, I think there are a lot of ways it can be used in technology a lot better, though. To be honest with you, I think there's a lot of potential for it. And the last thing they ended on was Gears of War Ultimate Edition, HD versions of Gears of War game. I don't know if it was all three or it was just the one. But then they showed Gears of War 4. That was their final thing. It wasn't huge for me. But all in all, I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good conference. I think there was a lot of good stuff thrown in there. The tech and all these aspects, it all seemed about the games as opposed to like the Kinect and all these weird stage things, celebrities and acting and all that. Sea of Thieves, the Rare Thing, Cuphead, Beyond Eyes. These things all stand out. The backwards compatibility is really cool. The controller would be cool for a lot of people. The HoloLens, really unique. Yeah, the only thing I would say is maybe a lot of these aren't actually exclusives, and some of them are just limited time exclusives, so they might be kind of showing a little bit of weakness there too, because they didn't have enough exclusives to develop the whole show, so they had to throw in these others. But I think it was a really good presentation overall. They kept throwing games one after the other, so it was really cool, and I really liked what they showed. Good job, Microsoft. It's the best one they've had in a while, in my opinion.